tobacco was offered in a sacred holy manner, in respect for all peoples, in respect for all our relatives and all our ancestors that are here with us here today. We are here as one people. We are here together. And this song I want to sing for you to honor all your relatives, the ones that are passed on in the spirit world, and the ones that are here today. So many blessings to you, and what a beautiful day. Let's give a big round of applause for Miramichi. So this song is for our relatives and our friends, and also for our children, our future leaders. I want to make this place a great place to live. So please stand for the ones who could stand and the elders can sit. And remember your loved ones that need prayers at this time. Maybe in the hospital, maybe your home, maybe in the mental institution, in prisons, wherever they are. They are still human beings and we still love them. All my people, this is for you. All my people, this is for you. Mother Earth and all her children, I give away is what I give to you. Away, all my elders, this is for you. All my elders, this is for you. Mother Earth and all her children, I give away is what I give to you.
Check. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command, quand ton bras s'est porté le paix, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Everybody, bonjour, Kwe, and welcome to the beautiful Miramichi River. C'est un plaisir d'accueillir toutes et tous à notre belle ville et notre belle région aujourd'hui. And I'd also like to acknowledge that we are celebrating today on traditional unceded Mi'kmaq territory. I would like to thank and welcome Mr. Premier Gallant, for choosing Miramichi as one of the locations of their New Brunswick Day celebrations. Of course, this year, as we celebrate Canada 150 and our country's 150th birthday, we are also celebrating New Brunswick's 150th birthday as one of the original provinces of Confederation. Et Monsieur Premier Ministre, on connaît que tu fais cet événement à tous côtés de la province, mais la région Miramichi était une place parfaite de célébrer les cultures du Nouveau-Brunswick parce qu'on était comme un petit Nouveau-Brunswick ici. This is the perfect place to celebrate the cultures of our province because we are a microcosm of the province here in Miramichi, with strong communities of Indigenous people, Acadians, and of course the Celtics, which includes the Scottish, the English, and of course today the Irish here in Miramichi. And as the mayor, I'm proud to point out that not only are all these cultures represented in the Miramichi region, but in recent years we have been leading the way in all cultures working together for the betterment of everybody. And that is because we all understand that our futures are intertwined, so together we will build mutual respect and prosperity. I'd also like to take a moment to thank Councillor Ross Robinson for organizing the festivities today, along with Mr. Gilles Lepage from the province, Gilles Fork from the province, the Heritage and Culture Department, and also Councillor Flieger and Councillor Walsh for working the grill, and Councillor Placey helping with passing out hot dogs. Also, I'll take a moment to remind everybody that the all-you-can-eat hot dog buffet is still open at the back. So please help yourselves, and that is all courtesy of the provincial government today. And I also want to take a moment to point out that Council and I have been working very hard to ensure people know that today's Miramichi is a very open and inclusive community. Not just to all cultures, but to all people. So whether that's young families and young entrepreneurs, children, our seniors, of course, the LGBTQ community, people with disabilities, new Canadians and immigrants, and of course the come-from-aways who come from all across Canada to join us and live here in Miramichi. And I would like to thank the Premier while he's here and his government for all of their ongoing support and collaboration on all of our initiatives, especially our efforts to improve our downtowns, our waterfronts, and our parks. For example, the beautiful 150 photo display over here was because of the Provincial Downtown Beautification Fund. So Mr. Premier, thank you for that. And also, you'll have to come back because later this summer, also from that fund, we're going to be painting 2 beautiful large murals in each of our downtowns for a total of 4. So I'm going to leave just by saying on a day like today, as we celebrate, in a beautiful day on the beautiful Miramichi River, it's important every once in a while for us all to stop and reflect. And although things could always be better and we are always working to improve them, there is no doubt that we all are very lucky to live in the most beautiful and friendly community, in the most unique province, in the best country in the world. So, to everybody, au revoir and bonne journée. Enjoy the festivities, enjoy the performances. Thank you, merci beaucoup, bonne journée.
To be on the banks of the mighty Miramichi River. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Welcome to our 3rd New Brunswick celebration. This is a very special year, Canada's 150th birthday, and we want to keep the celebration going all year long because we have a lot to celebrate here in our beautiful province and right here in our beautiful city of Miramichi. It is my honor to introduce to you the person who understands how important job creation, healthcare, and education are to New Brunswickers, and how by working and celebrating together, we are getting things done for New Brunswickers. Your Premier, Mr. Brian Gallant. Your Premier is focused on the economy, on education, and on healthcare. And he understands the importance of our history and culture and how it makes us as New Brunswickers who we are and how it has shaped our province and our country. His father Pierre is an Acadian and the youngest of 7 children. His mother Marilyn is a Scholten and one of 17 children born to Dutch immigrants. His parents worked hard for everything they had and instilled in the Premier the importance of hard work and education. Your Premier learned at a very young age what it means to work hard for what you have. He ran 2 small businesses to help put himself through school. His hard work and perseverance have led him to a Bachelor in Business Administration as well as a law degree from the University of Moncton. He also has a Master's in Law degree from McGill University. He has shown tremendous work ethic as well as continued desire to make our province the best place to live, work, and raise a family. Since becoming our Premier, he has been working hard on New Brunswick's priorities of job, education, and healthcare. He is listening to New Brunswickers, and he is getting things done. And today, he is here to celebrate with us our wonderful province, history, and culture. And before I ask our Premier to come forward, Mr. Premier, on behalf of our community, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all the investments you made in our community, close to $1 billion in the last 2 years, new schools, new highways, new roads, an expansion at our hospital with the new oncology clinic, and another expansion coming soon, later on this fall, which you'll hear more about at Miramichi Regional Hospital. So Mr. Premier, we're so proud of you. We're so proud that you're our Premier, and I want to say thank you on behalf of our community here for all that you've done for Miramichi. And without further ado, Mr. Premier, please come forward.
Well, first off, let's start off with one big round of applause for all the organizers of today and the whole Irish Festival. Let's give them a big round of applause. Merci beaucoup d'être parmi nous aujourd'hui. Belle journée sur la Miramichi, alors c'est fantastique de vous accueillir ici. Thank you so much to MP Finnegan, to Lisa Harris, to Bill Fraser, to the mayor, to councillors, to Tully, and to Ashley, who brought her own fan club here, who is singing fantastically on stage. So please give all these people a big round of applause. And last but not least, please give a big round of applause for the most patient New Brunswicker, my fiancée Karine, who joined us. So please give her, thank you, I appreciate that. It's fantastic to be here during the Irish Festival. It's great to see people with Irish descent and those that want to be Irish for the weekend. The Irish have had such an impact on the history of our province, and I have no doubt will continue to have such an impact on the social fabric of our province for decades to come. As was mentioned a few times, this is a great year to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Canada's Confederation. New Brunswick being one of the 4 founding provinces, we have so much to be proud of and so much to celebrate. Bien sûr, ce qui fait notre province, ce qui est spécial, c'est nos gens. The people of our province is the biggest and best asset that we have. They're open, they're kind, we're diverse, they're entrepreneurial, innovative. We should all be very proud of who we are and who we're going to become in the years to come. And I know this firsthand. As was mentioned, my mother's family is a Sholton. Came with 17 kids, produced 72 first cousins for me, by the way. Yeah, so there's 3 or 4 of you that are my cousins and you're just not aware. And they came to New Brunswick, my grandparents with their 17 kids with almost no money, couldn't speak a word of English or French, and they wanted to start their life anew. Luckily, they came to a country and to a province that would not judge them on where they're from, what their background is, but would help them with the sense of community that we have in this beautiful province. So I can tell you that deep down inside, I'm so grateful to this country and of course to this province. We also have a lot to celebrate. Nous avons encore des défis, oui, mais il y a des belles choses qui se passent. As is mentioned, our economy is picking up in the province, growth 3 years in a row, and we're going to continue to work with the municipal leaders, with the federal government, and with all of you to make sure that continues. And last but not least, and this is what it's all about at the end of the day, and I'm not going to tell you something that you don't already know. Canada was recently ranked as having the best quality of life in the world. And something you already know too. New Brunswick was recently ranked as having the best quality of life in Canada. Now maybe something you don't know, and I'm probably not going to get unanimous support, Shediac Bridge has the best quality of life in New Brunswick, right? Oh, okay, all right. No, maybe the wrong crowd, sorry. But we are very lucky to be New Brunswickers. We are very lucky to be Canadians because of the people, our beautiful landscapes, and because of our sense of community. Alors, je vous remercie tellement pour ça que vous faites, pour avancer notre province, pour avancer notre pays, avancer nos communautés. Thank you so much to what you have done to make New Brunswick the best place to live, work, and play, to make Canada what it is, and to, of course, make the Miramichi one special place that we have in this country. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Celebrate with us, and it's absolutely right. We do live in the best country. We do live in the best province. And Mr. Premier, I think most people will agree, we live in the best city. Merci, Premier Ministre, d'être venu célébrer avec nous aujourd'hui. C'est toujours un grand plaisir pour nous de vous souhaiter la bienvenue dans notre magnifique communauté. Merci de célébrer la fête de Nouveau-Brunswick avec nous et de la part de tous les Nouveau-Brunswickois. Je vous remercie de votre forte direction. So I want to thank the Premier for his great leadership that he shows us, and what a privilege it is for me and Minister Fraser to sit at the cabinet table with him and to make decisions based on all of your behalf. He leads us in such a great way, and that's why we see New Brunswick moving forward. And we're just proud and we're happy to be able to work with you and to work for you, as well as with our great MP, Pat Finnegan, and of course our great mayor. But Mr. Premier, and of course the wonderful Corinne, who's right there. Give us a big wave, Corinne. Thank you for coming, merci. And so lucky, and you know, we have some great wedding venues here if you ever want to tie the knot here. And we can throw you one heck of a party if you want to do it on this weekend. Anyways, thank you for coming. Have a great day. Merci beaucoup. Bonne journée.